Can you all see the screen I shared?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll just start when Vinita, she lets us know. Yeah, just in 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, we can start.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for joining again today. And today we're going to learn a very interesting verse, like how to scare away fear itself. So that's the verse we are going to learn today. But we will just revise what we have learned so far, so that it's basically we'll try to memorize. And we'll start first with Prabhupada Pranam mantras. So like always, if somebody can volunteer to read, I'll appreciate that. You can raise your hands. Who would want to read the pranam mantras? Anybody? Okay. Bhavna. Yeah, please go. Please go ahead. Sorry. Oh, another Mataji. Yeah, please go ahead. You can recite the.
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Advait. Sorry, Bhavna Mataji, I saw you raise your hands, but we'll have more opportunities to, recite verses, because that's what this class is all about. So all of us can be very vocal and try to recite as much as we can and learn,
It's
right?
okay, Mataji. It's okay, Mataji. No issue.
Sure. Thanks so much, Mataji. Yeah, so without further ado, we will go and revise what we learned so far. Anybody wants to go take a jab at this verse? Please raise your hand. Anybody wants to recite? Nitya Narasimha Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadiyasya yato anvayaditarataschatishu abhignaswara Tene brahmaradayadikavaye muhyante yatsurayo Tejo varimridam yata vinmayo yatra trisargamrisa Damna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Do you want to just give a brief gist of what it means? I mean, in your own words, you don't need to whatever you think you understood from this verse. It doesn't have to be complete, just something which this verse reminds you of.
Okay, Mataji. So, Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead is the absolute truth, and He gave this knowledge to the Brahma through the heart, and uh, and that is the some important points, Mataji. Some more also there.
Wonderful, Prabhuji. Yeah, thanks so much. That's very nice. You gave 2 points already. You explained the last 3 words with the first line, and then you also explained the second one. Does anybody want to, go at what the examples are given here? Muhyanti yat suryaha. Muhyanti is bewildered. Suryaha are the demigods and the sages. And what are they bewildered at? How was Maya bewildering us? There are 3 examples given here. Anybody recalls? I mean, anybody is able to remember what we saw? Tejo means what? Vari, Mridam means what? Anybody? Bhavna Mataji, please go ahead. You got your chance now.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Tejo means fire, and Vari means water, and Vidam means earth. Means we get bewildered. Sometimes we see water as fire, and fire as water, and like on the earth, when we see on the land, desert land, it is there. Then we see that some water is there if we go further, but there is no water, and it is a land only. So like this, we get bewildered.
Yes, so nice, Mataji. Yeah, Tejo Vari. Tejo is fire, like Mataji said, in the desert heat. Vari is water. We see water, right? We see the mirage and think that this is water. That's kind of an illusion, right? By Maya Devi. So she's actually creating all these illusions, and even the Muhyanti Yatsureyaha, even the demigods are bewildered, like how Lord Brahma himself was bewildered, right? Brahma Vimohana Leela, that's how it's called, right? Bewilderment of Lord Brahma himself. And then Vari Mridam, like we see islands of land, on water. How come the water does not eat up all the land there? It's still there, right? I mean, the whole, we are covered by oceans on all sides, right? The earth. How come the ocean is not swallowing up the earth? So these are all, how is the earth holding, in its position like that? So many things, right, which are kind of beyond us to even imagine. So yeah, so there's so many muhyanti yat surya vinimayo yatra tri sargo mrisha. So all this is actually done by the 3 modes of material nature, tri sargo amrisha. So amrisha means it makes it appear as though it's real, though this material creation is temporary. It is Amrisha, they're saying. It appears that it is actually real and eternal. Very nice. Thank you. Anybody will go to the next verse? Okay. This one, anybody wants to take a... Vishnupriya Mataji, sorry, your hand is raised. I didn't see. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayon श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वर सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्.
Thank you, Mataji. So nice. Anybody remembers what Sadhyo means?
At once, Mataji.
Yeah, immediately, like they said, takshanam. Takshanam is also given here in the last 2 words. So it's almost the same, similar. And we are going to be using the same word in today's verse. That's why I was asking if anybody remembers, because one of the words is this. So if you know this, you know one word already in today's verse. That's why I was asking. Anybody want to take a jab at the meanings or the translation of this verse? I mean, whatever comes to your mind, it doesn't have to be complete. It's just that we get some clues by discussing, what this verse is about. Yeah. Vishnupriya Mataji, you've raised your hand again.
I didn't raise Mataji, it was like that only. But
okay.
if you want me to go ahead, I'll just tell whatever I remember, Mataji.
Okay, I see Bhakti Sangha Japa group has raised. Who's that?
Sorry, Mataji, that's me.
Oh, okay. Preeti.
Relax, Mataji.
The Pandit is here now.
No. It's so I'm just thinking aloud. I don't know if I'll cover everything. Just 2, 3. Kaitava Dharma. Okay. So, so this is Vastavam, this Bhagavatam. It is all purifying. And then this Bhagavatam is compiled by Mahamuni Vedavyasa in the maturity. What more is required? Yeah, I don't know. I just said a few things. So Atra Vastu Shiva Dhamma, it is all auspicious. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Preeti. Yeah. Very nice. Tapatrayon, you want to try the Tapatraya, Preeti?
Yeah, Tapatraya is the condition that we are in, right? We have these Tapatrayas. So, so it is a relief. Is that what it is? From all the
Very nice.
Tapatrayas.
Unmoolanam. Tapatraya is the three miseries, right? Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik. So Tapatraya Unmoolanam. Moolanam, Mula means the root.
Root.
No, Unmoolanam, I gave the clue, uproot.
Uproot.
Un, instead of un, say up, and Moolanam, root, uproot, like that.
Okay.
That's one way. And I gave
Awesome.
another clue for Kaitava. Anybody remembers? Please go ahead. Don't feel shy if anybody remembers. Nitin Narsim Prabhuji, you have raised your hands.
I think 2 demands.
Cheating.
Yeah, cheating. Yeah, like I gave the clue of Madhu and Kaitava. And then that's how I try to remember. Kaitava is like cheating, like how the demons, they are cheating. So very nice. So thank you so much. Nirmatsaranam, Matsara. This also.
No enviousness. No
Yeah,
enviousness.
very nice. Yeah.
And also, Mataji, that cheating religion is prohibited in the
Yeah,
Srimad Bhagavatam.
projita prohibited. Very nice. Protest against. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you. Yeah. So like these clues, it just helps us remember. That's why I'm asking. It's not to,
Yeah, it's very helpful, Mataji. Please keep asking.
Put anybody on a spot. It's not like that. And Satam is a very nice word, right? Satam means like devotees who are, the Satam word was used in many important verses. As we will cover, we will see that the Satam, Prasanga, Mama Virya Sannidho, so many verses the Satam, it comes into usage. So it's a association of devotees or great souls, like that. So that's one more word, and the Sadhya we'll see today also. So what is the process which is recommended? Shushrushabhistarchanat. So this process of constant hearing, of Bhagavatam, that's the only way which will bring, it will tapatraya unmoolanam. It will uproot all these problems, and this is the process recommended. Shushrushabhistarchanat. The process of listening and reading. Very nice. Thank you. Next, we will go to the third verse, the Prayojana verse. So, who wants to try this verse? Reciting. Vinita? A lot of ones. Gayatri. Sorry, Nitya Narsim Prabhu, I gave you.
Yeah, Mataji, I will try, Mataji.
Try.
Kalpataro kalitam phalam sukhamukadamvrita drava samyutam pipata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka.
Very nice. Thank you, Vinita. Do you remember any words from these verses which you think you can help us with?
No, Mataji. Maybe someone starts, maybe I will.
Kalpataru, please try Kalpataru.
It's a desired tree, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Phalam, you know phalam, right?
Fruit.
Very nice. Nigama, agama.
Vedam.
Vedas. Very nice. Mukhad, Shuka Mukhad.
Parrot's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shuka, from the mouth of Shuka.
That's your name, Mataji.
I'm Sukha.
He's Sukha.
Okay. Amrita, everybody knows, right? Amrita, Drava, everybody knows. Drava. And Samyutam. Pibata, everybody knows. Pibata is like, drinking, right? It's a very common word. Bhagavatam, Rasam, Alayam. Alayam we know, right? Pustakalayam, like that. A house of rasam is a reservoir of all rasas, of mellows. Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavakaha. Very nice. So these it's kind of a simple verse, right? Which is talking about the prayojana of reading of devotional service in general and in specific here, listening and discussing Srimad Bhagavatam with devotees. Satam Prasangam. Somebody is raising hands and it's going down. I don't know who. Somebody wants to say something. Like anybody want to share?
Mataji, this rasam word, how it is, what is the exactly rasam means?
Rasa, like Krishna is, Raso Vaisaha. Rasa actually means to the mellows, or this is like when Krishna, when the Lord shares, when he is in a relationship with his devotees, like any relationship, like in the mood of a friend, or in, a devotee can be in relationship with Krishna in the mood of a servitor, or, in the parental Vatsalya rasa, or, in a conjugal rasa. So all these mellows, these though that is called rasa, like in general the
Any
mellows.
connectivity with Mataji, like we make rasam and sambar, anything connectivity is there, Mataji?
You can try to remember. I don't.
So it's
It is
also taste Mataji, like rasam, like taste, like that.
Yeah, you can say like that. Rasa is
juice.
basically the exchanges, like the sweetness or the nectar, of the exchanges between the Lord and
The Sara of anything.
yeah, rasa sara, like
Yeah.
that also you can say. Yeah, it's okay. There is rati, rasa. A lot of technical definitions are given in the Nectar of Devotion, like for each of these words, and that needs a little bit more deeper study. But I think for this class, we will understand that it is basically, like a sweet mellow, or like Mataji was saying, the sweet exchanges with the Lord in some mood. Like that is rasa. That's how we'll try to understand here. Actually, Prabhupada translates it as mellows in English. Okay, if this verse is good, can we move to the next verse? Okay, just one. This one is talking kind of a very pessimistic verse in the sense that it's actually showing all our bad qualities. So, but nonetheless, it's a verse in humility. So anybody wants to take Advait, you've been raising your hand for quite some time now. Do you want to go?
Okay, Mataji. Phayenalpashpasabhaya kalav asmin yuge jnana manda sumanna matayo manda bhagya hidatutaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Do you want to share any word meanings from here?
Mataji, I don't remember anything.
No worries. That's okay. If you, we'll try to learn the verses. When you grow up, you can try to learn the meanings and explain, right? But memory is sharp at your age, so just learn it like, like they say, pictorial memory, like that. You don't need to know all the meanings. So
And Manda.
slowly they will come. Yes, I see so many hands are raised. Vishnupriya Mataji, do you want to share something?
No, Mataji, for this meaning only, Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just remember ki Prayan Alpaisha, the people in this age of Kalau Asmin, Yuge Jana, they are of very less age, Prayan Alpaisha.
Alpa Ayusha, very nice.
Alpaisha. Sabya means Sabya Samaj, member of any society. Manda, Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagya, Hubadrita, they are lazy and also misguided and are unlucky and are above all they are disturbed also.
Oh, wonderful, Mataji. So nice. You remembered all the meanings. I myself, kind of was thinking, what is Upadrita for a second. Thanks so much, Mataji, for reminding this. And now we'll just move on to today's verse. If anybody has no more questions or anything else to share, this is today's verse. This is actually 1-1-14. We will just listen Srila Prabhupada recite this. It's not in any particular melody. He's just chanted the verses. So I just thought it's good to listen to Prabhupada first. I'll play this.
आपन्न संस्थितिं घोरां जन्याम विवशो गृणन् तथा सद्या विमोचति जद विभेति स्वयं भयम्.
So this is how Prabhupada actually in I think it was some initiation ceremony, and he recited like all the Bhagavatam verses from the first canto or something like that, the important verses. So from there I got this clip. Actually Vinita helped me to extract this clip. So we will recite this about 3 times. Any volunteers who want to recite after me, the others can be on mute, because I heard they can't hear otherwise. So somebody wants to
I
go
can.
after me? Okay, yeah, Preeti. Apanna
Apanna
samsmritim
samsritim
ghoram
ghoram
yan nama
yan nama
vivasho grinan
vivasho grinan
tata sadyo
tata sadyo
vimucheta
vimuchyeta
yad bhibeti
yad bibheti
swayam bhayam.
swayam bhayam.
Okay, it's kind of easy words, right? Okay.
Mm.
Apanna samsmritim ghoram
Apanna samsmritim ghoram
apanna samsmritim ghoram
Apanna samsmritim ghoram
yannama vivasho grinan
yannama vivasho grinan
yannama vivasho grinan
yannama vivasho grinan
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
yad bibheti swayam bhayam
yat bibheti swayam bhayam
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
yad bibheti swayam bhayam
yat bibheti swayam bhayam
apanna samsmritim ghoram
Apanna samsmritim ghoram
yannama vivasho grinan
yannama vivasho granan
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
yad bibheti swayam bhayam
yad bibheti swayam bhayam
apanna samsmritim ghoram
Apanna samsmritim ghoram
yannama vivasho grinan
yannama vivasho granan
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
tata sadyo vimuchyeta
yad bibheti swayam bhayam.
yad bibheti swayam bhayam.
Okay, anybody wants to try? Okay. Nitin Sim Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Mataji, before reciting, I want to ask a few questions, Mataji. That okay. Like when we are getting A, upon A, there is a bar,
Hyphen,
and
yeah.
on
Yeah, it's a ah sound, Prabhu. It's a ah sound. It's an elongated sound. When you have the line dash or the hyphen on the A, it's an elongated sound. And samsmritim, vivasho, if you see, there is this apostrophe on top of the S, the apostrophe like symbol. So that is a sh sound. The share, the two sh sounds we make, right? Like one is I'm trying to remember, like they say in Hindi, shatkon wala sha, Krishna, there is one sha, right? So that, we are using our lower palate. If you try to pronounce it, you will feel that Krishna. So there is some kind of an air between your lower palate and your jaw, like that. And then this sha is like share sha. share, like English word share. So that actually you will feel that it is between the upper palate and your tongue. When you say, you will realize what I'm actually trying to say. So Krishna Sha, when you say Krishna, that is between your lower palate and your tongue, And then when you say share, like Vivasho, that is between your upper palate and that Sha sound is different. Like you can feel it, right, when you pronounce it. So this is that Sha, which looks like this, like the Ra Sha. That is the one. And then the Pa like Sha, that is the other Sha which has the dot under the S. So that is the Krishna Sha. Okay. And Na,
Thank you.
yeah, Na, if you see the dot under the Na, it is Na. And then when you see the dot under H, it is pronounced as Ha. Not Tataha. Like when you say the word just by itself, it will be pronounced as Tataha. But when you're saying together, you skip that syllable, ha syllable. You just say tatah sadyo vimuchyeta, like that. And yet bibeti. And the T, when you see, it is the ta sound always. Unless there is a dot under the T, then it becomes a ta sound. Like that. So is it clear, Prabhuji?
Yeah, very nice.
Goram also, the hyphen on top is elongated sound. So whenever you see the hyphen on top, it's an elongated sound. Sometimes for I also, there could be an elongated E sound, So then they will use the hyphen on top for elongated sound. Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Apanna samshritim goram yannama vivasho granan tata sadyo vimuchyate yad bibeti swayam bhayam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Pratika, Mataji, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Apanna samsmritim ghoram yannama vivasho grinan tatah sadyo vimuchyeta yad bibhyeti swayam bhayam.
Very nice. Thank you so much. We'll go on to the meanings and we'll see. Does anybody want to try the meanings before we move on? Take a guess. Samsmritim. Does a strike ring a bell for anybody?
Mataji, is it related to memory or something like that?
Samsritim. Okay, let me give one clue there. Samsara, Samsritim. Are you getting some clues?
Related to the material world?
Yeah, the repeated cycle of birth and death.
Birth and death.
Very nice.
Goram is very, dangerous, like.
Yeah, very nice. Ghastly, Goram, very troublesome, like that. Yan Nama. Nama, everybody knows, right? Name. Vivasho. In Hindi, does anybody know what does Vivash mean? I tried so much, but Vivash ho gaye hum ye prayatna kar karke, that's what they say in Hindi.
Indulged in Mataji? Indulged in it or fully?
Vivash is like you kind of, you are kind of feeling helpless after, trying a lot, like you kind of losing your hope, And then Grinan is a word, but I'm not sure everybody may know at this point. Tata is an easy word. Sadhyo, this one everybody should remember. We just went through.
Immediate.
Yeah, instantly, immediately, Sadhyo. Vimuchyeta, this is an easy word. Vimukti is the root. You can think of mukti. So anybody wants to try what is vimuchyeta?
To liberate or something.
Yeah,
like that.
very nice. Perfect. Liberate. Yad bibheti bhayam. Bhayam, bibheti, they're all derivatives. Swayam, we know, right? Swayam is, bhayam is fear. Swayam is fear itself. Yad bibheti, fears. So fear itself fears of what?
Nama.
That's the word. Beautiful, right? So when you chant Krishna's name, there is no fear because the fear itself fears the name. So where is the room for fear, right? Very beautiful verse for preaching when we want to encourage somebody to chant Krishna's names. We can quote this verse, right? And give them Shastrik pramana that, see, this is what is told in the Srimad Bhagavatam. I am not saying it. A very beautiful verse for preaching. It's nice, we can learn. We'll go to the meanings and we'll see what Prabhupada has given us. Apanna, being entangled. Anybody recall this word also comes in lot of Bhagavad Gita shlokas, you know. Avyaktam vyaktim apanna manyante mama buddhaya. There is one verse in Bhagavad Gita. Avyaktam vyaktim apanna. The manyante mam abuddhaya, the foolish people think that, I have taken a form, like avyaktam, from unmanifest to manifest. So he says manyante mam abuddhaya. Foolish people think that, I have assumed a form. Apanna is to obtain or being entangled. In this particular verse, Prabhupada is giving the translation as being entangled. Samsmritam. I told you, right? Samsmritam, the word, how we can remember samsara, the hurdle of birth and death. So that's how we can relate samsmritam and try to remember. Apanna is being entangled, or you can say apana, you've obtained this, this samsara, this birth and death. You're taken to this birth and death, process of birth and death. Ghoram, we know, right? It's a common word we use. Too complicated in this context. Prabhupada has translated it to too complicated. The cycle of birth and death is so complicated, right? Even though Kali Yuga is we are just 5,000 years into it, but still so many problems. The pandemic, nobody knows what's going to happen. So it's too complex for all of us. It's not so easy. So it's so complicated. Apanna, being entangled. Apanna samsmritam ghoram. What do we do? Yan nama. That nama, the absolute name, vivashogrinan, unconsciously. So we are not like, developed full faith or anything like that yet. But still, maybe somebody told, okay, you're suffering too much, take the name. So unconsciously, without realizing what is the value of the name, somebody told, okay, this will help, let me do. We don't know the science of Krishna consciousness. We don't know what is actually our, destination. Many of us started off like that. But then we took to the name unconsciously. Grinan is chanting. That is the word. Grinan is chanting. Vivasho Grinan. So helpless, in a very helpless situation, we take to this chanting of the nama. Tata sadhyo vimuchyeta. But what happens when you take from that sadhyo, at once we get liberated or we get freedom. Yad bibheti swayam bhayam. That which fears, personally feared itself. So that, like, fear itself actually is afraid of the nama. So this is what is being explained here, that yad bibheti swayam bhayam. So immediately we get freedom from fear, because why? The fear itself is afraid of the nama. So that's what is being explained here. We will see the translation. Anybody wants to read this translation? Oh, I see a lot of raised hands. Advait, do you want to go ahead?
Okay, Mataji. The sloka or the translation?
Try the translation. We'll give the shloka to somebody else.
Okay. Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is freed by fear personified. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Let us just look at a few visual cues I put together for this one. Apanna samsmritam ghoram. So this is the samsara cycle, you see. Old age, all this happening, death, and then again, birth, like this in different forms of, animal kingdom, aquatics, all those things we are going through and going. So this is that samsratam goram. And then yan nama vivasho grinan. So you see how nicely Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu have given us this nama, and we are taking to this nama because of their profound mercy, like their costless mercy is this nama. They gave it to us, so in one sense, like so cheap, in one free of cost, totally, like that. Such a big weapon is the astra, like Sango Pangastra, the weapon which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Kali Yuga he has appeared, is nothing but he doesn't carry any weapon or anything like that. No bow, arrow, nothing. The nama is the weapon. That's the astra. Tata sadhyo vimuchyeta. You see how you get liberated and you are all, conscious of the Lord. And then yad bibheti swayam bhayam. You see these demons, they are all very scared, right, of Krishna. This nama, Srila Prabhupada actually explains in the purport that this nama and then the namna, they are not different at all. There is a nice verse in this Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is Abhinnatva Nama Namina. So the name and Lord Krishna, they are not different at all. So they are absolute in every sense. Everything about Krishna is absolute. So yad bibheti swayambhayam. You see how they are all scared of Krishna. This Mushtika Chanura pastime, I think, no? Yeah. Yeah. So that is some visual cues I thought which may help us to remember this verse. We are almost nearing close of time. Anybody has any questions? Otherwise I will recite this verse 2-3 times before we sign off for today.
Mataji, question.
Sulma.
Mataji, why is Granan translated as chanting, and how can one, if Granan is like, really absorbing or something like that, how can one unconsciously absorb the holy name?
Grinan is chanting, it's not absorbing. That is Grahan.
Oh, okay. So
Grahan
Granan is...
Granan is taking to the process of chanting.
Mm-hmm.
Chanting.
So that's also chanting, like...
Which one?
So Grinan, that is one of the translations for chanting, is it?
Yeah, it is translated as chanting. I looked up the Veda base, several places. It means taking the Lord's name or chanting like that.
Got it.
I was also thinking, Grinan means like Grahan Karna, like that. It could be like that, but no. I was also wrong when I thought like that when I first saw the verse. Then I looked up the Veda base. There are about 16, 17 meanings, all say chanting.
Hari, very nice. Thank you for clarifying that, Mataji.
Oh, thank you, Priti. You just ask some things, right?
No. I seriously thought it's absorbed. Really, I thought like that.
Yeah, we'll chant this verse 2-3 times and then we will sign off if nobody. Okay, Jyoti Takni Mataji, do you have questions, Mata?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I want to know how to learn shlokas. I'm very new and I was trying to learn my favorite shlokas, but I forgot, and I want to know how to practice them.
Yes, Mataji, if the best way I try to learn and what I heard from others is that, to listen to Prabhupada lectures where Prabhupada actually explains the verse so beautifully, Mataji. If you listen, trust me, take my word for it and try like any verse which if there's a lecture by Prabhupada on it, because generally I share the lectures also in the link for the verses. Please try to listen Prabhupada explaining the verse and it'll just stay in your mind. So I feel that's the best way. And then, once you listen from Prabhupada, take the effort to read the verse. And like I generally suggest, like a homework assignment, every day, write the verse once and say it aloud when you're writing. Like Apanna Samsmritam Ghoram, like that, you say and write every day once. Definitely, Krishna will give you in 7 days you will learn it by the next week. And also, like I said, please listen to Prabhupada's lectures. For this particular verse, I did not find a lecture, but there is the purport I have listed. So this time it's a reading exercise. So please read this beautiful purport to this.
Thank you, Mataji. I'll do that. But the basic pronunciation that you were giving just before this slide, the basics I wanted to know how to learn about that.
Yeah, there are only few things, Mataji, to remember. Basically, like the hyphen on top is an elongated sound. And when there is a dot or a period under the letter, what does it represent? So there are just a few things we can go through that. So basically, these are things you need to remember. Like I said, the hyphen on the top, when it on I, it is like a E sound. In P, you see, it's like a long elongated vowel sound like that. And if you have the hyphen on top of the U, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
on
I
the
can
U,
see.
is
I
the
have read this.
oo sound. So like this, there are very few things you have to remember, Mataji. Like for example, ta, under the ta there is a dot. It is like in tub.
Okay.
Like that. And then da, d, under d there is a dot. This is dove, da. And then dha, they put a h along with the d and the dot. They put an h. It's like red hot, dha, dhamru wala dha. Then tha is t with a dot and an h. That is tha. But then t with just a dot is ta. Then when the h is added, it becomes the tha sound, like that. Only
This
few
much is
things.
enough for us.
Sorry, Mata?
Is this much enough?
Enough,
If we
plenty, more than plenty. You will only come. And then that sa, wait, I'll show you the sa. This sa also you learn. That's all you need. Huh? See, sa, when it's just a s, it is pronounced as sun, sa. Okay? When it is sha, s with the hyphen on the, I mean the apostrophe on the top, it is like expression. Sha, like share, share. That word you can remember. Or sharir, you can remember, if that helps. Then this sa, s with the dot under is Krishna, remember. Like that, if you remember. This is all you need, Mataji, what all I just mentioned now. You should, and then h with the the two dots, that is ha sound. Yeah, when we go through the verse also, I will go through, Mataji. Please remind me when you find any problem with the pronunciation. I will again go through.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Dandavat Pranam to you too. Okay, anybody else has questions? Please unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, Mataji, I have a question, Mataji. The last line, would you kindly, I didn't understood, Mataji. Yad bibheti swayam bhayam. Would you again tell, Mataji, how that is?
Yad bibheti swayam bhayam. So bhayam is fear. Swayam bhayam is fear itself. Bibheti is fears. So fear itself fears. Yad, what is that? It fears the nama. That's what it means. Is it clear, Prabhu? So go from the reverse. Bhayam, fear. Fear itself, swayam bhayam. Bibheti is scared, or again afraid of, or is fearful of. Yad is referring to this yan nama, the nama. So fear itself.
Mataji, should we treat bhayam as a person, like a form of a person?
Yeah. So in this verse, the bhayam is kind of personified fear. Fear personified is itself fearful of nama. That's what it means.
But my question is, Mataji, how the fear itself will fear? That is my question, Mataji. Like fear is fear. Something I am not able to digest, Mataji. How the fear itself will fear?
Prabhuji, sometimes in languages, it's used as an, like a metaphor. Like, there are two things, allegories and metaphors. So that time they personify certain things, like certain words. Like even in Sanskrit, basically, like the words which we come across are either feminine or masculine, and sometimes neutral in gender. Like for example, Bharat Mata, we say our country. How can a country be a woman? But in Sanskrit, that's how it is. Nadi, when you take a river, they're all a woman, like feminines. So like that, generally in Sanskrit, they are either like masculine or feminine, and sometimes neutral gender too. So, but everything is treated as a in a person form. So I don't know if that helped with your query.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. And also, Mataji, in connection with this, we say that there is no difference between the name, form, and the supreme personality of Godhead. But that realization is not coming, Mataji. Okay, I do chanting, I do like 16 rounds, whatever prescribed. I taken a vow, so I'm doing. But that how to feel that, Mataji? Like really, name is the non-different from Krishna. Theoretically, yes, there is no difference between name, form, and all. we see, but that conviction is not coming, Mataji. Would you share some realizations, Mataji, on this, so that it remains permanently?
I can share maybe some examples where we can try to realize this. Like you said, Prabhu, we have to be at the Shuddhanama level to get the whole full nectar of what the Krishna's holy name is. But I'm long way away from it. But nevertheless, supposing we are in a difficult situation and we take Krishna's name, we can immediately feel the effect. We can feel that, we are relieved of something, at least something, it gives. When you enter into the temple and listen to the kirtan, don't you feel the vibes? So these are moments when you realize that, oh, this is effective, right? Don't you feel that, when you enter into the temple, everything about Krishna, even when you eat prasadam, you feel good, you feel happy about it, even when you smell tulsi, which is offered to Krishna. So these are some examples where we can try to at least understand what it means that it is all absolute in nature, in the sense like especially when we are fear, when we are in anxiety, if you take the name, you can feel the nerves calm down, right? I mean, we go through so many situations. So at least that way, though it is motivated in one sense that we are trying to rid ourselves of this anxiety, but who else do we go to other than Krishna to help us, right? So these are some situations I personally, feel I have experienced at least that, okay, the Nama is helping me, otherwise I would be nowhere. So like that, I think there are some situations where we can feel that, though while chanting, I may not be feeling that, but yeah, in times of distress, definitely, like one Maharaj was saying that if your boss is, being very mean to you, chant Narsimha before you even start talking to the boss. It will really help. Their mind will change. So these are some things which we experience, right? We can feel the presence of Krishna by his name. When we chant, we feel that the reaction is totally different. Some small examples like this, we can see how the name.
Boss example was very apt, Mataji. I do that whenever my boss, I am at fire, I do that. But that is not coming naturally. When I am in trouble only, I am taking shelter. But when I am in normal condition, I am not taking that. That's the reason I asked Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, that's the situation for me too personally. I mean, artho arthati jignasu jnani. So, you have to be in some distress, I guess, the pathetic situation of my level. So I understand where you're coming from, Prabhu. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Anybody else has questions, or I'll just recite this first and we'll conclude. I don't want to go beyond time. I understand it's late for many people. Okay. Apanna samsmritam ghoram yannama vivasho gृणन् tatah sadyo vimuchyeta yad bibheti swayam bhayam. Apanna samsmritam ghoram yannama vivasho gृणन् tatah sadyo vimuchyeta यद बिभेति स्वयं भयम्. आपन्नः संस्मृतं घोरां यन्नाम विवशो गृणन् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत यद बिभेति स्वयं भयम्. Thank you so much. We can recite the Vaishnav Pranam mantra and pay obeisance to all devotees, and then we can sign off for the day.
Hare Krishna Mataji, one minute Mataji. One small request Mataji, like for the last shloka, Prayan Alpaish, I think the in the PDF you share Mataji, that Prabhupada link you share, no Mataji, that is not enabled as the link Mataji.
Oh, okay. You can just try to copy and paste it on a browser and it should work. If this is not a hyperlink, sometimes it doesn't show up as a hyperlink. All you do is just copy this link and then put it on any browser, whichever you use, Chrome or
okay, Mataji. Yeah.
And then click enter and it should work.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya
Vaishnavyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sukha Sagari ki jai, somebody ki jai. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll meet again next Wednesday. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Sukha Sagari Mataji.